guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video, and we're going to continue the DOKKANFEST VIDEL World Tour. We're going to go ahead and hop into the Legendary Goku event, and we're going to let Videl do her worst. I do have her at full level 10 links, and then we also have a friend, Videl, who likewise is also at full level 10 links. So let's go ahead and see how our girl will do. Now, Videl is definitely one of the most powerful characters in the game right now. Like, there's no other way around it. The amount of damage Videl is capable of doing is just like silly. Alright, so we're gonna get my Videl coming up on this rotation. There's not really like any specific rotation or anything like that I am looking for with Videl. We do have Tech Ultimate Gohan on the team. Obviously, Tech Ultimate Gohan is a tremendous asset, you know, anytime you're going into a long event. That will allow Videl to use her active skill, as well as, you know, do her unit super attack, which will allow her to greatly stack attack. Now, I've said this many times, but Videl does not need a Gohan to be great, right? The active skill is not... Oh, that's actually very good right there. That Goku survived with a sliver of HP, so that will allow Videl to stack. Because remember, Videl stacks attack on her normal super attack, and then she greatly stacks attack on her unit super attack. So, Videl is just an absolute animal. Like, just point blank, right? I have LR Kale and Khalifa here. That might not have been the greatest idea to bring them, honestly. Kale and Khalifa, yeah, I'm going to probably just try and float them a lot, because I don't want them to steal the show. I mean, what's going to happen is once we get the two Videls on rotation, we're going to get to the point where the Videls are just actually trashing this event, like, instantaneously, right? Like, the amount of damage Videl does in slot 1 and 2 is ridiculous, because she gets a guaranteed super attack. Guaranteed additional super attacks are just like ludicrously powerful. That's one reason why EZA SCR LR Broly is so crazy. And like I feel like, you know, a lot of people, you know, they get real caught up in like, oh, Buhan is so good, and oh, LR Turles can look so good. It's like, yes, dude, but it's like the thing about LR Turles is, you know, he can get you those, you know, triple super attacks, super effective against all types. He can pretty easily, right? Well, not easily, because you have to get 24 ki for him. But for Broly, you know, you get 12 ki with him, and he's auto double supering, and it's so easy to get ki with him after his EZA. I might just leave Videl here with Kale. I mean, Battlefield Diva to give us 3 ki, and then Kale's giving us Fierce Battle. That's pretty much all we need. The other thing, too, about Videl's leader skill is just, like, so nuts, because it's like, you know, the 170% to, like, stats across the board, right? HP, attack, and defense, very good. But she's also giving 4 ki, which is, like, it's so crazy, because, like, you notice, like, Tech Ultimate Gohan is just, like, he's good. Like, the rotation starts, and he's super attacking, right? Because, remember, Gohan does build up ki naturally. But, I mean, you know, so turn 1... Ultimate Gohan is only going to need 3 ki to super attack, because he slowly builds up his ki as you're sort of going through. And then, you know, double Videl, you're starting out with 8 ki. Like, I wonder how difficult it's going to be. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to transform with one Videl. We're going to go ahead and transform with this Videl right here. And we're going to... Now... I would probably argue you don't want to transform with Videl, because it's like you actually just don't need the extra damage. But the way she hurts her own defense, because she gets a permanent 20% attack buff by this, but a permanent 20% defensive debuff by this, right? And again, it is an active skill, like, number that's happening right there. So, you know, it's a huge, like, you know, we're talking like 40k defense taken away, which is... It's just, you don't need to do that, considering Videl is, like, her offense, she doesn't need the extra 20%. Like, she's, because, like, I'm just repeating a lot of things I've said in previous videos, but, like, she's so ridiculous offensively. That's all anyone talks about. But defensively, she is a god as well. So here Videl is at 5.71 million right there, greatly stacking there. She's already over 6 million. See, it's like there's not really a lot of other units that can measure up to this level of productivity. Like, the other thing too is that, you know, we were attacking type disadvantage right there, the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku. If Videl had dodged before Goku had attacked, she would have been super effective against all types right there. And, like, he would have been taken out instantaneously. Alright, so here's my Videl. She's at 144k defense. Remember, you know, she, like, the last Videl had Kabe on rotation. So we'll just go ahead and super attack. Remember that Videl is brilliantly designed, right? Because you put her in slot 1. Before she hits, she has 50% chance to dodge. Now she's super effective against all types. Now she gets her extra attack buff. And now she's dropping out 420 attack stats. But then after she super attacks, she gives herself 30% defense on every super attack. And she auto double supers no matter what. You know, once you get that second attack consistently coming in, your chances of the third attack are usually pretty good. This shouldn't hurt that bad. 140k, 30k? Oh, yeah. Yes. Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Yeah. I missed a little bit with that. No, she... Whew! Man. She completely tanked that. Like, that's literally nothing right there. Wow, okay. So, I mean, here's the thing. Like, this... Going into the Legendary Goku event is like... This is a good way to just show, like, how stupid she is, right? Like, she's just so freaking dumb. Alright, so this Videl... Like, if Blue Goku would super attack right away and connect with her, he would do significant damage to Videl at this point. Especially this Videl with the active skill, who has her, you know, the active skill active. She has the defensive debuff active. 24k right there. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think pigtailed version Videl would have taken double-digit damage right there, right? So it's like you're choosing to lose, like, balance with her to just, like, really just sell out for all damage. I mean, look at the numbers she's doing. Like, look, do you see these numbers? Like, look, that was a normal. She did 1.5 million damage with a normal. Khalifa did 600k. Like, I feel like that's a good example. Khalifa did under 1 million with a crit. So that's also that thing I'm talking about, how, like, normal attacks can be ridiculously powerful if you crit with them, right? And that's why crits are very important for characters like that. Okay. I mean, Videl has Kabe on rotation now, so GG is basically how this is going to go. Kale will be fine defensively. She's been stacking up the whole time. And then just give Kabe a bunch of orbs, and then he typically is fine as well. So, all right, let's go ahead and see. I mean, we're just letting Videl dominate. Double digits right there. Go ahead and dodge this for me, my girl. Okay, so you're going to get connected. 200k is a lot, but I mean, it's 200k, but then she's dishing out like a 13 million attack stat. You know, like, that's all right. Yeah, oh, there she is at 6 million. You know, she's just flying out of that jet copter, dropping 6 million attack stats left and right. Like, she's obscene, right? Like, when you go into one of these longer events, these stages that just goes on, and then you see her just outputting this ridiculous types of damage, like, a lot, like, units aren't capable of doing this, really. Like, it's not a lot of characters that could do this. Like, in Broly, like, can, like, you know, do so many attacks and stuff like that, but he's, like, building very slow, right? Like he's not shooting out 6 million attack stats on turn 7 in Broly is. I mean, he could attack, you know, he gets 2-3 super attacks in, and he can, like, match that level of damage. But it's like, Videl, like, they actually did her justice, for real. Like, it's like, all right, we're going to make this Dokkan Fest, and we're going to make this Dokkan Fest less hype, right? But they definitely succeeded in making her so powerful. Even with her active skill, I'm pretty confident we will be fine right here. I'm going to let her just sit right there on this first slot. Let's see how she does. Again, the active skill caused her to lose a lot of defense, so this is the main point I'm talking about. And you could say, like, oh, it doesn't matter. Defense doesn't matter when you're killing everything in one shot. It's like, well, it does. I mean, she, like, his pigtail version, Videl, what, you know, is doing similar attack stats, not quite as high, but similar attack stats, and her defense is way better, right? Like, you know, man, I don't know, because Kabe's gonna come back on this rotation with this Videl, and she's gonna be tossing out 9 million attack stats, right? Pretty good, pretty good. And then, like, her team, like, it's not like her team is bad too. Like, that's the other thing. Like, you have her leader skill's good. Her team is like better than expected. The only thing I would say is that, like, in the future, you're like, if you're bringing whatchamacallit, you know, like a lot of Xenoverse units, like Time Patrol units, characters like that, 285k, that's not the greatest. I mean, obviously I would have preferred if she would dodge the super attack, but a lot of those characters probably aren't going to work that good with Videl. I mean, she does have a very wonky link set. One thing I will say is that Cold Judgment, I feel like, is a link a lot of, like, you know, sort of like Time Patrol characters could have, right? Yeah, Supreme Opie of Time has got Cold Judgment. A lot of the Xenoverse Trunks is like, if they release Super Saiyan God Trunks, I imagine he would have Cold Judgment, for example, right? Like, that would be good. But, like, that is sort of the weakness of this unit, Videl, is, you know, her links, right? Infighter, Cold Judgment, and Fierce Battle are really the links you can expect to, like, commonly activate. I would say with, like, you know, those types of characters, right? Like Time Patrol, Dragon Ball Hero characters. Obviously, Battlefield Diva is a pretty powerful link. I mean, 3 key is definitely very good, right? All right, so we'll finish up right here. I was gonna say, I think this Videl could get us killed. No, we probably will be okay. Let's go ahead and see how she does right here. Because we have Kabe on rotation, so she's going to be getting a lot more defense. We'll go ahead and do this, so Kabe is going to do a lot of damage. Well, this is going to be a Dokkan attack. All right, so Goku is probably dead. All right, he missed this chance to kill us, I think. Let me see. So we're at, 7.8 million attack stat. Pretty good. Do you guys think that's good? All right, so we'll go ahead and break 8 right here, and then I think that's probably going to be it for this event. So this is what Videl does to long events. I mean, in terms of, like, damage, I believe she's second only to STR Vegito in, like the long event, like her damage, her APT in long events like Infinite Dragon Ball history, it's behind only STR Vegito, because, like, he does the 60 counters and it's just, like, ridiculous. So, like, look at it, like, she just wiped UI Goku away. She just, thanks, I'll see you later. So there we go. Yeah, Videl is good. She's real good. I mean, she definitely is limited in a lot of aspects, but her just raw production is, like, very hard for other units to emulate what she's doing. That's not easy, just dropping 8 million attack stats. And it's like, you see the super high damage numbers and you go like, oh wow, she's good. But it's 2 of those, guaranteed. And she's got 200k plus defense, and she has a 50% chance to dodge. So yeah, yeah, she's good. That's my expert opinion. She's good.